There's a new upload. Yes, we're doing this challenge thing where Mr. Beast is probably gonna do that while everyone else is gonna win the race, but he wants to go into the giant pit just for the shock value, like, wow, oh my god, what a twist into nothing. Yeah, the formula is as he sits down and explains, well, the maximum amount of people have to subscribe to my channel, and maximum amount of people have to watch and understand what's happening in the video. This is actually not for anyone in particular. It's just I want maximum subscribers, guys. That's it. And views. And it's I want a biggest channel, biggest I can get. And it's like, oh, we caught a cheater. We got a cheater basically who wants to cheat the system and get away with it. I want to cheat too. Where's that button where you can delete a channel? Just I want to cheat too, man. Maybe I'm a better cheater. That would be nice. Obviously, destroying a channel is pretty bad, so I have to, turn it into a story time. Like, wow, it's gonna be so hard to press that button and whatnot, and become YouTube CEO, which I am now. So, where's that button? But I would press it by accident. I don't want to destroy a channel. But look, he did it to himself. That's his story, and a very interesting one indeed. Just like, Andrew Tate goes to jail and Mr. Beast gets his channel deleted. I think it's appropriate teamwork, It's teamwork. You can feel that teamwork. Why am I hating on Mr. Beast? Well, he's a lottery junkie, basically. He literally just wants bigger and bigger numbers because he found a way to screw lottery. That's the form of cheating, right? Like, you found a cheat code and you just execute it over and over again, and you want better results each time. But the problem is there's more and more X's on your head, basically. Like, people just want to destroy you. And I don't even know how bad it is. Like, I don't know how bad it actually is. Being more and more popular means you'll have more and more actual enemies. And he's kind of describing, like, well, people really want the money, so yeah, that's very interesting. You just walk around and just travel around, and nothing bad is gonna happen. Man, that's a weird one. He is just a dude on a thumbnail. If he disappears, well, bye. Everything is gone. Again, the pressure is on him, and it's like, oh, man, is that respectable? Kind of. Maybe that's another. If you peel off the layer, he's like fucking anime super character. I don't know if he's the main character or a super villain, but he's definitely a thing that we have our eyes on, or at the moment. Is he the dude that wants to keep on improving himself and making better videos? The problem is I'm getting bored. I'm just like, no, I don't want to watch Mr. Beast video because they're not that often enough being pumped out, and even if they are, like, they have no substance whatsoever. It's like, just because everyone knows about this dude across the entire world doesn't mean I give a flying fuck, man. Like, I'm just gonna have this 10-minute experience and move on with my life. Like, it's not gonna have an impact on my life whatsoever. And it's not trying to, it's just trying to show you some random crappy thing. The best thing that would happen to Mr. Beast right now, if I click on this video and I don't get offended, if I don't get some imagery of, like, bad things that, because I have psychic powers, so, like, I could see terrible things simply because of what he wants to do in the video. You know, what his intentions are could translate into bad things into the future, which you can already see. We're pointing at something. You know, maybe he wants to go to pits of hell just for the sake of views. Maybe there's a lot of people in there. I mean, you never know. Just for context, there's 8 other beasts, basically. I'll be evaluating the video as well that I watch. Because Mr. Beast is on the table as the person who's supposed to win, you know, by default. Everyone else is catching up. They're not sitting behind in nowhere. I'm not sure how Justin Bieber is catching up. What gives him the juice right now? Because, like, I didn't even click him, but apparently Selena works in mysterious ways, I guess. He gets 5% from Selena, so, like, that's, what Selena grew 150 points or something? Whatever. Anyways, so far we're at 70 points, where Mr. Beast is at 130 points. You know, 70 points on average, you can see. So we're not far off, to be honest. Even though this is a Mr. Beast video. Or sort of focused on him, you know, like any move he makes is like, wow, congratulations, you're doing something. You made a move. And we're still gonna finish this whole nonsense, right? I might even rewatch this just for the sake of, you know, like knowing every little detail about this interview. But overall, like, I mean, I could watch other interviews too. There's stuff I can do. So I'm not gonna totally run out of, you know, content. But the funny thing is, he never really plugged other channels in his main channel. The only thing you can probably do is go to his main channel. Maybe it's gonna be there. The collections, basically, of channels, right? So just a little bit of a plug, a reminder every now and then would be absolutely fantastic. There's Mr. Beast 2, which I am not subscribed to, so maybe there's new videos in here. But there isn't, and that's why I'm not subscribed. Like, I don't understand what these channels are trying to accomplish, like, if they're so inconsistent. This is probably the biggest problem, right? Despite you trying to be super duper big, and like, I don't know what to expect. I don't know where is consistency, or what kind of series, what he's trying to achieve overall. It's just his goals are something I can't relate to whatsoever. But hey, you do you, man. Just make sure your video is not detrimental to your well-being.
Your house. For this experiment, each of the boys will hide a dummy in my new house to see if it's even possible
to enjoy Mr. Beast video. Let's go.
This is gonna be the coolest thing you've ever seen in your life! Yeah.
Or not. Don't hype it up too much. Honestly, I don't remember what is the coolest thing. But now I just get to create my own experiences, so I don't even care. This is pretty cool face. So basically in the middle of the video, Mr. Beast started mining for gold. Now he just dumped a bunch of buses in a pit, and it's like, wow. A lot of people will enjoy that. Again, honestly, it's like a little bit of an insult to just like waste so much stuff for the sake of entertainment. And he found a cheat code, but he will need many, many more to escape the loss of reputation. Once people catch up, basically. That's the formula. I can show you guys again. It's a very simple one. Have you ever played Temple Run? Yeah, there's a lot of gold nuggets, right? That you collect. The only catch is that you have to keep running and never slow down. Because there's a thing called Mr. Beast behind you, you know. So yeah, Mr. Beast is not the name of that guy who's mining right now for buses. Mr. Beast is a dude that is running. I mean, behind him. All right, trying to catch up. You know, his biggest fear, basically. Yes. Finally, hi. You can say hi to Mr. Beast for the first time.
Grant, I don't care if
For the first time in forever, he's potentially destroying money.
you use wood.
We know that's not legal, so how is that allowed? I guess it's fake money, right? Oh, thank God. Then that makes a lot of sense. But he doesn't mention that. Let's see it.
By thousands of pounds of TNT.
Wait.
Train's gonna come off those tracks and land right about there. But before we do that, this is $50,000 and it is surrounded by thousands.
Are you serious, bro? There's nothing. It's just like, oh, it's $50,000 though. And it can be destroyed easily by this TNT explosion. What the fuck? Obviously, he wants to say that in the end of the video, right? He's gonna mention it at some point. He's gonna mention it in an apology video. Am I right?
The car's got a mind of its own.
That is not safe. Just strictly not safe. This is not like remote controlled car or something. Why? What the fuck? You can't even stop the car? You gotta be shitting me. That's... wow. Alright, wait. We got 2 strikes, alright? Illegal activity that was not, you know, disclaimed. Even in small font somewhere. Just a flash of like, don't do this, kids, because it ain't real money, or whatever. And then the car has a mind of its own. Luckily, it just wants to spin in circles. Am I right? But they did it anyways. They used the second card that pretty much... well, this time it's perfect, guys. Yeah, nothing can go wrong this time, even though it's the same exact thing, right? So yeah, that bit with the cars is like, wow, they're trying to like do bowling with cars, and it's like, wow, it's definitely interesting. What? Definitely worth whatever. Destruction, more destruction, basically. I mean, this whole fucking video needs a disclaimer.
Many stacks. We counted up the money and over $95,000.
I mean, also you doubled the money, so you added more money inside an already sealed case. What was the point? You could just double the money, so you can't end with a 5, unfortunately. But that's fine, because still there's no disclaimer, obviously. But hey, some money survived. Only $5,000 have been lost to this explosion that just, you know, happened by accident. But the funny thing is, there's a loophole, right? You can't destroy money, but what you can destroy is a bunch of cars and a bunch of other things for entertainment, which is completely legal. So why not money too? You know, technically, I mean, now everything is legal. You just have to make it technical, right? So it makes you question now further. Like, obviously, money destruction is illegal for some reason, but we have to now figure out. It's now a battle, a tug of war. Is it illegal to destroy money, or is it illegal to just destroy things for entertainment? You know, which one is it? All right, because it's gonna like generate shock value and like, wow, I want to see what happens, because I will never, never, ever in my lifetime will have a chance to do that. Except you will. You will have a chance to do that. That's the funny part about psychic abilities, is you can do whatever you want, and it will actually translate into your life. And watching Mr. Beast videos doesn't seem like a very healthy option. It seems like drinking Coca-Cola, basically. Here's a funny joke, which actually is the scariest thing I've ever seen. In terms of, you know, I'll tell you guys. I'll explain everything, and it's actually pretty scary.
That might have been the coolest thing I've ever seen
We need a frame by
in
frame.
my life. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, my mannequin didn't survive.
Train versus pit.
Spit won. That's what he says. Pit won.
The pit won.
And you would think like, oh, this is like completely innocent little thing, little gag. Spit came out when he said pit. But you know what that S means? This is a letter that can be removed and added easily, so it spit with pit. So it's a sniper letter. It's like a dollar sign that you can apply to any word, anything. And, you know, you have scumbag. There's a lot of words I can't even... Shit, you know. It's a hit, but with an S. Like, there's so many words, and I've noticed, like, the S just can be removed from almost anything. And it belongs to snipers, basically. Which is a category of personality that Mr. Beast has to run away from. You know, as a narcissist, he has to constantly run away from people who are shocked, but now they're getting bored and they're starting to understand that what they have watched was entertaining, but maybe not anymore. Maybe it would be more entertaining to chase Mr. Beast. You know. Anyways, good luck, Mr. Beast. I don't like your videos, though, because now I have ulterior motives, myself included. I'm just like, I'm gonna join the Spit Gang. I mean, we finally have a name for this gang. Spit Gang, that's gonna create the Beast that will chase Mr. Beast. Fantastic, man. Definitely clip that part and turn it into a meme. Oh, something exploded, of course, because why not? Alright, so with that out of the way, we need to apply another layer. Mr. Beast got his moment of fame, and again, he has a shield. A free shield boy. He never really bought himself a shield, so I gave him a free one. You know, dollar store shields, the color of Bugatti, so to speak. But let's apply layer number 24, which is Dreamland. Mr. Beast has invaded my dreamland so many times, as I've said, but the other people not so much. What if I allow them to do that? What would happen? How would my dreams look like if I allow these people to do their thing? So it's a very interesting moment for me to talk about my dreams, and narcissists can actually, you know, make them come true quite well, but Mr. Beast always shows up with his friends, so he's like kind of invading my dream and kind of harvesting my ideas, basically. It feels like he's kind of like an invader, not really my friend, personally. Never had warm feelings when he showed up. So let's have a little bit of a discussion of what's the different things that men and women can provide me in my fantasy world, but mostly what, from a perspective of male perspective, like what can they offer me that is the most valuable stuff around, right? I mean, we could just reflect on top 100, and we can start with, card games pretty cool. So I would love to, just hang around and have fun playing card games. That would be cool. Anyone who allows me to become YouTube CEO also, I would very much appreciate it. But let's start applying things, right? So if I gravitate on card games, who would be the most likely person to do a similar thing? I mean, everyone would want to say Logan Paul, but I don't appreciate that too much. Even though he's kind of into that zoo thing, so creating like cards as NFTs, like he's so close and yet so far away, but I'll just gonna give him that so my conscience is clear. I don't have to sit for minutes. So he gets the card games thing. Maybe basically we could, check the first 8 things that pop. So who would be the greatest at providing me enough reputation and making me a YouTube CEO? Legit. I mean, this is definitely a gravity between Shane and Jimmy. They could both, like, combine forces in a way. Okay. Let's not dig deeper than that, I guess. Or I don't think my dream of like making music is a big one whatsoever. But I mean, here are the dudes that would have to figure out how to help me out on that one. All right. So why would I want? I would need to project vibes overall and send a message that just kind of resonates for a long time, and I'm just clicking around things without care in the world. But yeah, so it makes sense that this is relevant as well. And anything else? Porn. Smash. Interesting. Very interesting. The world of porn technically translates into like social tension, like social pressure. And I'm pretty sure Ian and Anthony has that covered as well. Alright, because Anthony cares about like low level people, and I mean, Anthony cares about low level people who like had tragedies and they will definitely judge me. And there's a lot of people who just gonna suck it up to whatever I do, but they will want as much power as they can get away with. So there's this social pressure system that I could be put on that could be just repurposed into sexual social pressure, and then all of a sudden I don't feel that bad anymore. It's just a little fun social game. That's what sex is supposed to be. So that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. However, it doesn't end there. Jake Paul can cover the fact that I need to build muscle and all that shit. So you have the food thing, but you also have the combat. It's a pretty big deal. I mean, Shane covers like the conspiracy part, where he would amplify my, my fame over being somewhat psychic, someone being able to explain a lot of things that he has questions about. So he collects questions, and I'm just there to solve it. Very interesting stuff. I'm very excited about solving things, so that is a part of my dream after all. What else do we have? I mean, like Justin Bieber highlights, it's the Powerpuff Girls, and somehow they're very low on the list, but I have to collect them somehow. I'm like, they're so low on the list because I'm like certain that this is like gonna happen, but I still have to dream about it. So, true. And Justin Bieber could be a good addition of, uh, a boxing match or something, but only in Dream World. Don't come at me, bro. He doesn't look that strong, but like honestly, I I don't know if I want to compete just yet. And finally, is there anything else Mosh can actually give me? Funny enough, like I was kind of taken back by just the idea of making people laugh. Just this try not to laugh challenge could just allow anyone to come in who's a big YouTuber, including me, because I'm YouTube CEO, and just like show that you can make people laugh and how you make people laugh. But I obviously cannot be in too many episodes, not because of real estate, but because you might just fail miserably. Because everyone will read every single joke that you do. Like, I will make sure of that. So there's another way to make an impression on people, is just to make jokes and make people laugh and just make them relax. There's a way to send information in form of comedy, and people will relax and get to know you better. Uh, Instead of like a deep emotional connection, you're just gonna be like, well, certain things don't fucking matter what I do. So, and it's a way for me to teach people my satire ways, basically, of life. So here you go. They have something to offer. I have primed it. Now we're just gonna look into it. All right. Let's start with these. Well, we could do just clockwise, to be honest. Alright, Powerpuff Girls. Actually, it turned out pretty well, because this is my highest priority. Because, as we all know, if you steal a rich person's heart, well, you're now rich. And honestly, the rest can come afterwards. Looks like Hearthstone will have to wait. And my ability to bodybuild. Yeah, that's the last priority, to be honest. I don't even know if that's possible. Just a reminder, Justin Bieber's most popular song was dedicated to Selena. All right? Just a reminder. You need to know that. So he would be invested if I stole him for a change. He's technically connected to all the Powerpuffs. Even Rebecca Black, was witnessed to be a fangirl of Justin Bieber. Until she was like, maybe it's not cool enough. But that was pretty awesome. Remember that TNT that's, am I right? That's gonna blow up things in the middle? Oh, you're just gonna lose $5,000? You don't even have that much. Bruh. Lol. Also, I'm summoning Taylor Swift. Because, maybe it's not a coincidence that she just celebrated, taking over as the most subscribed woman. So I'll just put her instead of the cake. She can feed the losers. And then they can try and win. That I'm still holding on to something. You go and love yours the way you look that much. You think I'm holding on to something, or you think you look pretty or something? Wait. No, 'cause if you like the way you look that much. The funny thing is ironic, because beauty fades away, and for Ari it faded away, and every single one of these songs can be dedicated to a different girl. I didn't want to spoil it, but in this case it's like, well, I'm not holding on to anything anymore, because there's no content, nothing. So it's in a free fall, basically. And, you know, it's technically still mostly about the looks and about the good vibes. But you should love yourself, because that's the only thing that worked when she made the Thank You Next song about suggesting that she has found a reason to love herself. Maybe she should do that more often. And so he ends up here. Fascinating. Alright. It's quite fascinating. Technically, the last song was him fighting the beast. You know? Because he has so many friends. Henchmen, basically. Fuck it, let's go. I don't know what kind of coincidence this is, but, like, again, their names barely differ by 2 letters. And a fucking lake. That's it. It's literally Bieber Lake. And then the question is, like, do they need to have a name like this just to, you know, be a narcissist singers or something? Is that a requirement? You have to be a Justin? So I thought about the destruction of money, right? And the answer is very simple. Money is property of the government, but it's as big of a crime to print uncontrollable amount of money as it is to destroy it. So government also has to be checked if it's not doing its own illegal shit. All right, we should not just trust the government that they know what's legal or illegal. That's why political debate happens in the first place. But most importantly, what Mr. Beast buys with money, you know, the money gets into circulation, and that's nice. If it does, another problem is to make sure that we don't spend money or save money for stupid things. So whoever holds money or spends money for stupid things and stupid reasons have to be held accountable by society. It's our social pressure that can, you know, influence things and sell stupid things like Twitter to the biggest billionaire on earth. I mean, they want to buy Twitter for some reason. And see how it crumbles in their hands, basically. So we need more of that. There's always a solution, basically. And I talk about money because Timberlake wouldn't be here if not for the stupid movie that he was in. I don't even know if he's a fucking narcissist. I don't think that he is, but, you know, I just allow him to be one. Just because, you know, he's just a baby, guys. Just a baby. Anyways, let's continue the journey. Again, the second dream is about me singing and sending a message. And that would be one of the big messages, right? Of how to treat money. Absolutely. So yeah, the first song is like, obviously the most popular. Going deeper. But it's like, oh, I'll just, you know, gonna be on stage, or even just make music. People might send videos of them dancing or whatever. I don't know what I deserve, right? Like, but it's just, in different locations you can fucking do this thing. In different ways. But here, now we're getting deeper, where I could potentially, like, connect people and make them understand themselves. Create a mirror for themselves, so to speak. So they could look back into their own personality, and, like, troubles that they have caused would have clarity all of a sudden. Very interesting. What does Crimea River means? First of all, sanity, and anyone who breaks the sanity and has to start apologizing, well, do that for a change. Make sure it fucking lasts. And at the same time, I can roast some haters and make them care a river, you know. Just make one roast piece and see what happens over time. so this goes back around is something I do on YouTube already, and most of the things I kind of simulate because I have to, because it's very interesting and fun. We're almost out of time. Again, 1,500 seconds. But the idea is to test people. All right, to test how far they can go, because it gets harder and harder to stack and not be boring, basically. And also, there's a lot to explore. There's a lot of haters to explore who don't want to show hate, but they show other negative things that, you know, might have to be tested in different ways, or they might, whatever, right? It's a test. Will it come back around? Will they get the good stuff or the bad stuff, right? What kind of karma are they going to get? And essentially, anything crazy happens in the world, they have to submit a leader, so I could, you know, test it as well, how influential it is. A simple example, Eurovision happens, who wins? Technically, sometimes is the leader. Anyways, so that's that. Again, combine their way ahead of the beast, and I do combine the powers, unfortunately. You do have a shield, though. You had the ability to protect yourself from TNT. It's gonna be your fault if you don't. I'm watching this compilation of Smosh with Where's Anthony thing, where they mention Anthony, basically. That's the compilation. It's not just a meme, it's just like them talking about him and whatnot. One of the most craziest moments, obviously, in the podcast, because that's where it all happens. They gotta keep their crazy.
Anthony leaving Smosh, even from my perspective as a newbie at that time, because that was right after I joined. It was a huge...
Right after I joined is a huge deal. You know, not a coincidence, isn't it?
deal.
Yeah.
Colossal. And people still are like, where's Anthony? Some people do it as a meme, but other people are
A
like,
lot of people do it as a meme.
but still, yeah. Now that we're not...
And memes can get scary eventually.
held down by Defy, can I do sketch? So like it was all just such a cool.
And this is the perfect time to mention next week Anthony's coming back and we're getting rid of
Which kind of happened.
everybody.
And they did do that. And I don't...
Oh my God, don't do that.
Don't do this, please.
I mean, dude, at this point,
There are
we're
people
too
who
powerful.
We're so powerful, we're going to start our own channel.
We'll start our own channel. Shane, Courtney, me, we'll grab everybody, we'll do it.
This is some crazy shit, isn't it? I really wanted to highlight that. But, you know, so there's Ian and Anthony, and then there's the rest of the Smosh that I've collected. So, let's see what's that about. Now I have to, like, pick a specific piece of content, because, also, like, I just need 25 minutes. So, it has to be, like, super specific. Obviously, I finished this, and then something pops out. We're just literally just looking for something to plop out. I normally don't watch these things. This stupid Jeopardy show or whatever. It's kind of shit. So that's not gonna work. I'm not sure what... Smash? That's exactly what I said. Let's go, baby. Sexual energy, boys. Remember that one? Where's Mr. Beast at? I want to see subtitles.
Achieve what I want to achieve. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Achieve what I want to achieve.
Right, everyone is dating everyone else all the time. I knew it!
Damn it. Except for Jackie, because we're racist.
Honestly,
He definitely sexualized this paint dude. That I knew he was around, but I never checked his channel until now. Funny enough. That was his purpose. He definitely sexualized the interviews, I'm saying. We have to watch the furry interview if we have extra time.
I was like, oh, wouldn't it be funny? Wouldn't it be hilarious if...
So he's like backtracking, but like... I would say that sort of was the shot in the dark that works out sometimes. Wouldn't it be funny? Right, guys? It wasn't real, guys. But then Anthony in his interview kind of reveals like, oh, this was in the back burner for like similar amount of time as he says that he sat down and implanted this idea, basically. Often enough, I'm reminded that other people live in a completely different dimension when they have to actually care what other people think. And I don't live in that dimension yet. I'm still feeling quite to be successful, right? And then will I start caring what people think? Well, they will have to train me. They will have to prove themselves now. So kind of living in the shadows gave me like a little bit of an advantage. A little bit of a flavor that no one would ever be able to recreate because everyone is so, self-censored in a way. Anyways, let's move on to the furry video because we still have extra time. I typed Anthony furry, but probably I can just say Anthony is a furry. There you go. Wait, so Fast and Furious was a film about furries? I'm just asking deep questions.
So dress up.
I pretend to be a dog.
The first impression is like they're gonna fucking lie to Anthony as much as possible to pitch this idea to everyone else in a way.
Pretend to be.
Because only half of them are like, oh, I'm just like a furry costume maker and stuff.
No, make one. And that's how I started my business. My dad literally just told me to make one.
Through.
Yeah, I mean, sure. It's people who don't have lives, man. I don't know, man, what he has been fucking doing with this shit. Anthony, that is. We gotta go, though. I mean, you could still find cool stuff laying around. Or concepts, or projections of like safe material projections, that is. You can squeeze the juice basically out of lemons as well, even though lemons are awful. But maybe the juice kind of useful. Not really. I prefer oranges. It's a little bit less annoying. Anyways, we gotta go. Shit, that didn't work out very well. But, music is a different type of craziness. So I actively put it here on the screen and I get to listen to it and click. I don't have to pay attention too much. Moving on, the conspiracy world. Let's answer some Shane's questions. Let's go, baby. Here's a conspiracy for you. I mean, I share Elon Musk's personality. And while he dies, I grow stronger. Also, I hate Twitter, so he bought it immediately. Alright, so, jumping in on Shane. I don't know which one to click, so I'll just click the more popular one. By the way, Shane is gay and he eats a lot to make sure that there's no stress in this girly world environment. That he kind of just, I don't know why he's there, what he needs from that place. But it's a flavor of ice cream, it seems like. We're sort of like going to a podcast crapper. So I'm gonna turn on the ultimate way of dealing with this. Fucking Trackmania, let's go, baby. Old school. I think... My fingers crossed, maybe I haven't played the summer season yet. That would be pretty crazy. This simply means double the time, but half of the points go to Trackmania, so... It's very appropriate. Again, while this is launching, the reason why I say, like, Shane does the gay eating style, again, it's very stressful to be a man and be judged, like, based on your relationships, or even your appearance could be attractive if you don't overeat, and you have to have energy at all times to, you know, always be confident. But, like, like, this guy cannot handle judgment because it comes from a very judgmental place, which is a flock of women, man. they had a hold of his, you know, well-being, overall well-being, in a way. So, but he gets to do pretty unique things, I would say. And again, same goes with Jimmy. Like, these people have to appeal to women more than normal, for any human being to do. And sometimes they have to, like, craft their fucking worlds in a twisted way just to feel good about themselves, and they end up in that way. Again, there might be solutions to this, but for now, it seems like at least I get to understand what's going on, and that's as good as it gets sometimes. Let's go, summertime! Wow. Wait, I need 20 gold? This might actually be difficult. Damn, bro. They're locking this shit up. Oh, whatever. Normally you can just click around whatever. I don't know if this is gonna weed out people. I was able to reach top 99, I believe. In my country, that is. 106 doesn't seal the deal. I got 99, as you can see. Probably nothing better than that. I got this one. This is one track I was able to squeeze 21st place, which is ridiculous. But, here you go. My achievements, man. Look at that shit. My flex. I know how to drive cars in my mind.
They're all thinking about...
First of all, just sitting here and vibing, I'm like, well, it's projectile vomiting, vomiting, basically, on each other. I sucked my own titty. I am called a mom. I have mom energy. It's like, wow. Everyone's projectile vomiting ideas on each other. It's fucking hilarious. The world of women, boys. There you go. You can't survive. You can't survive for too long, but at least you can squeeze out entertainment out of your mouth in the form of vomit. When I froze that frame, I didn't thought that the next thing he's gonna say was...
Crazily enough, I thought of that too today. Wait, really?
You guys are all thinking about sucking your own dicks?
Well, I was thinking...
Yeah.
And so, cosmetically, you chose for...
So, half of my life uncircumcised.
And so, cosmetically, you chose for yourself to get circumcised?
Yeah, because I went to a school where everyone was, and I felt...
See, this makes no sense. You cannot know that in school everyone was circumcised. You cannot know that fact unless you're fucking freak already.
Felt like a freak, and...
But because you knew. That's why you're a freak. You get circumcised... Okay, maybe there's a twist to the story. Maybe he got lied to. Please. This is so stupid, man. The projectile vomiting, bro. I didn't ask to. You know, I just wanted to talk about conspiracy theories, man. Mandela effects, yeah. The hook, am I right? The lie. Assholes, man.
Fully felt it, and the
Oh, so, you know, you choose to be circumcised, you go to Chinatown, and you get tortured, basically. But it's fine, it's just your dick, you know, like... I mean, America's dream is now basically a half-torture simulator for sexual reasons, obviously. Sexuality is about you having pleasure. By all means, it's not about submission to other people's needs. But torture is absolutely acceptable thing. You do not want to listen to this story. This is some fucking bullshit. Alright? And they know what they're doing, and you always can say no. You can always say no to this crap. He's fallen asleep, no problem. He will never hear this. Alright, looks like, wait. Yeah? 187.7. So there's 1,000 people, and I can only beat 900 of them. God damn it, I'm a loser. One thing I'm thinking about as I drink tea, I'm like, well... I'm so skinny, I wish I would be addicted to food. And again, when you live in the world of women, whatever you're addicted to, they kind of feed into that. To try and attempt to control you, but they gotta serve you in a way to control you. They gotta attempt at least to do that. And they hope that you lose autonomy because you like it so much or whatever, and you don't want to lose it. But, it just gives you an open window to investigate what's going on in that different world, basically. So, and you must understand, Shane is the only fucking gay person here, the only one addicted to food. Like, once you see the difference, you understand what's going on in a way, and why he's able to fucking pull this dick-sucking podcast. Basically. Dick sucking and circumcision podcast. I mean, here you go. Also, he wants to be perceived as a stinky man. I haven't caught the vibe. I just looked at the picture like you guys did. But often enough he says that, so I'm like, okay, that's fair. I would like to do that too, to just stink up the place and be like, fuck it, bro. That's my style. I would like to do that. However, what is Shane like fucking relationship advice, a way to attract women like flies? I'm not sure. I mean, these guys can help me reduce the social anxiety on other people, but here I can reduce anxiety on myself in a way. And answering questions and caring about conspiracy theories is, you know, it's kind of like a mask. It's not really... we're not supposed to talk about jobs here, because things just have to happen natural if I want to succeed properly. So, if I get overwhelmed, of course I cannot do it. But if I get emotionally overwhelmed, I'm like, well, I'll take that. And, but still leave. So I'm not sure. When is he gonna transition into this fucking Mandela effect crap? Maybe I'll feel better?
Sandy doesn't.
Now they're talking about smelling. Hardcore, basically. Throwing trash at each other. It's like, you smell. No, you smell. But it made me think about a completely different thing, which is Invader V podcast. In a way podcast, even though she's just sitting there and talking on Twitch with a bunch of who knows what. But It's almost like a very similar vibe where it just kind of serves men more that it exists that way. Very interesting. You know, I feel served, guys.
Huge shout out.
He's like, the next segment is we gonna be testing ourselves as psychopaths. And I say, yeah, cool. But he tried to test Jake Paul if he's a sociopath. And almost succeeded because he has the tendency, but not. He's just a narcissist. You can't put everything into a square hole. Actually, you can, but you can't put other shapes into other shaped holes that don't belong there. All right, there's a perfect fit to the personalities. But it's almost like Shane just plays around with conspiracies and forcefully tries to do something the opposite. Tries to believe in the most unbelievable conspiracies just because it's way more fun that way. So the same goes with personalities. Like, am I a psychopath? Clearly. But narcissist, like, never brought up that word so far.
A tree.
That's very convenient, this plates. Especially after they talk about psychopaths and garlic. Now they're talking about, here's a thing with, you don't need any nails. And I'm like, I need nails to protect myself from vampires. Shut the fuck up.
Like that. I'm just saying. Like,
no, doctors are meant to be weird like that because you're not supposed to go to doctors anyways. They're gonna be fucking weird. Or listen to their advice. There might be like fucking very little exceptions there. Anyways, we're done here. Ugh. It's kind of disgusting we didn't get to Mandela effects though. Which was on the title. But I mean, that's pretty cool. Right? Well, at least we have a loser that can't keep up because he's too fat. Here you go. Anyways, next. No, podcast doesn't give that many points somehow. And he's stuck at 50, which is the trenches, boys. I don't know. I wasn't too happy hearing all these things, but it's like I'm glad it's out there. And he's still active and whatnot. Alright, let's go to Jimmy Fallon and just put him on the background with random celebrities. I mean, the celebrity world is trying to be more prestige than shit posting on YouTube, right? But hey, maybe I'll do a cover of Pokemon theme song and fucking beat everyone. That's the first thing that comes to my mind. It's like, well, you do have to impress people. You have to do something to like invite them in and be like, oh, that's pretty cool. You know, you can do that. Okay. Because that's what celebrities are trying to do, always like be as impressive as possible. It's kind of weird. And obviously, in the Pokemon theme song, I'm gonna add a twist in the end. Because the entire song is twisted. That's why I like it so much. So yeah, I should be capable of doing cool things with other cool people. And also, like, meeting them in person. Because, you know, I can't just sit on my ass all the time and set up some kind of cool place to do interviews and play games or whatnot. I don't know. It's just overall important to even be chill with really powerful people, not just normies or whatever. Or lower tier. Anyways. Why did he got a lot of points, though? Am I missing something? Let's go to Logan Paul now and improve our card game experience, right? That's what's gonna happen. I don't know. Should I click on the opposite of what's popular? Honestly, fucking David Guetta, dude. You can't even squeeze 1,000,000 views. Man, I guess I need to give pity points to videos instead. Because the most popular ones are like black people or he himself or KSI man. And that's not my cup of tea. Oh, and by the way, he's going to the zoo.
Logan Paul is now in huge trouble.
#savage.
If you're unfamiliar why Logan Paul's an
Come on, it can't be bigger trouble than Andrew Tate. Come on, man.
KSI just launched Prime in Germany, Spain, Denmark, and Norway. The turnouts were amazing, but we thought, let's have a little fun with it. What would happen if our fans appeared to be angry at us? A lot of media pickup from the press and the hate.
Yeah, that's basically their marketing technique to be fucking idiots. Bullies, basically. But then with the happy ending where they get fucked in the ass. Which is wonderful, you know. As long as you can be a bully as long as there's a happy ending, you know.
And get zero community.
I get this vibe like when you're attacking Logan, you have to do it perfectly, precisely. And I don't think like CoffeeZilla can pull this off properly. It's like Logan Paul wants to be a punching bag in order to become the supervillain that has to be defeated properly, though. Properly, he will always find a way to dodge bullets if they're not precise.
It ends with this mic drop of all mic drops.
Logan, if I could speak to you for a second. Okay, bring in the camera.
Mm-hmm.
This isn't worth your time. Getting publicly flogged like this every 6 months? What are we going to be doing this in a year? No. Okay? It's not worth your time. It's barely worth my time. Just please pay the people back what you owe. Give them a real timeline, a real plan, and then we can all go back to pretending you've changed.
It's just great to see.
And just great to see Mike rocked with a please, you know. Please, I'm a positive man. I don't want to be negative, man. Come on, Logan. And Logan Paul's like, what are you gonna do, bitch? What are you gonna do? That's what Logan Paul thinks. But he's gonna be like, thank you for your feedback. I will block you on Twitter now. Am I right?
Needed. Leave a like right now if Logan is absolute scum.
It doesn't do anything. Because that's what Logan is. Like, he knows that. That he's sucking in negativity for fun, you know? Oh, okay. And technically you can defeat him with negativity, but you also cannot just throw pity positivity either. You know, you just can't. The best weapon I found is just to be passionate into outcompeting them eventually, and just fucking draining them of their futures and beyond their futures. Then they're gonna listen. Because when they're in their prime, so to speak, you know what I mean? When they're in their prime, they're kind of indestructible. They can do whatever they want. These narcissists, but when you threaten their futures, now we're talking, right? And I threaten to, well, have a good future myself. That's a threat to their existence. Because I take real estate as well. But focusing on that Logan Paul's comment, the question is, who are you? Why do you have almost a scum on your, hat? What is that? It's just kind of Slip of a tongue, am I right? You're just looking for friends. How pathetic. Anyways. By the way, kavos is coffee in Lithuanian, technically. With an A, it would be. But kavos would mean, you want some coffee? Kavos? Yeah. Yeah, no coffee, okay? Get the fuck out of here. Go to sleep, little shit. Alright? You're not gonna find anything.
One of the biggest names in the history of dance music, David Guetta. Okay.
Alright, let's chill for the rest of the time. Yeah, you can feel how pathetic people are at attacking Logan Paul. He created reputation, he's monetizing his reputation by scamming people. Who fucking cares? He doesn't care to go down to zero, but he's not gonna give back the money to idiots who bought into this, you know? In return, they got their juicy ideas and experience of losing money. Why should he give back the money? And that's why he's probably gonna dodge this bullet, and even if he has to like refund 10% or whatever. But we'll see. You know, Kavos is trying to paint him as like a doomed criminal, but I don't see it. And I don't give a fuck, to be honest. Because the focus is always supposed to be on yourself. Otherwise, you're gonna miss a lot of shots if you don't focus on yourself, on your own aim, you know? You're aiming at the target, but just aim from yourself to the target that actually matters. You know? It might not be Logan Paul, you know, he might have so many shields that he's not a target at all. He's just the face of scams, you know, he's like, oh, anyone running a scam and needs a face, I can be the face. He could just do that, you know, and just get away from everything because his strategy is like flawless.
We love, and I think like this should be really like the essential of education. That, come on, you need to do something you love. You're gonna spend your life working.
Yeah.
It's very difficult to educate people when the first thing you have to do is figure out what you need. And unfortunately, education is there to lie to you. So you don't get anything because it's so easy to survive and the world seems super easy. You have to figure everything yourself, basically. Everything. So relying on education to do anything for you is already a submissive behavior, it seems like. The best thing you can do, again, from school is social experience. And seeing just connecting with people good enough.
Percent of the people are gonna feel like they suck. That's not right. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's social media.
Yeah, because you suck at social media because social media sucks a little bit. And people want to say it's fake. People can do whatever they want on social media, so some of it is kind of fake, but it's like, you know what's going on if you're not stupid. And at the same time, some people don't want to believe that it's fake. But yeah, like social media makes a whole nother level, basically. Creates a whole nother level of, social interactions, which include competition and feels bad moments and all that other crap that I have to deal with as well. Often enough.
Cigarettes.
Oh no, that's I don't know if that's a good
Well,
thing, but
that club is outside.
You know, everyone smokes in France.
Yeah.
Oh, that's why it's on fire. I was like looking into Eurovision and stuff, but fuck it. Logan Paul collected a zoo animal that explained exactly what's going on. Well done. Anyways, next and final. Alright. Now I have to get into intense training ritual, I think. Let's see if he's gonna force me out of bed tomorrow, because I'll pretend that I already, you know, had a lot of shit to do, and Jake Paul is not gonna make me move out of my chair, bro. I will resist the urge. He has a new house, though. Where do you get the money? What is going on? Did I miss something? I didn't. Well, he got ahead of me, so.
I love when you sleep on me. I like to wake him up.
I like to wake him up, yeah. Now I'm scared.
All the vibes we got. Shut the fuck up!
Here we go. Honestly, that's a reason to wake up every morning. You know, I've learned a valuable lesson, I think. These guys are big, but they're bloated narcissists that cannot really find real friends, you know? And that'll make them burn up really fast when they realize that.
And we're possible, and that you can do anything. However, it's not gonna be easy. You're gonna have to work your ass off. You're gonna have to show up every day. You're gonna have to show up on your sick days and still give your 110% effort for maybe a decade, maybe longer. But I promise you, it'll be worth it. And trust me, it's just as hard to sit on the couch and watch everyone else do everything and to be miserable. So both paths are gonna be hard. Which one are you gonna choose?
Man, I don't have a couch. For me, it's not working my ass off. For me, it's just living life to the fullest that I can get. Even though I might not be in a wonderful place and I can't brag about it. But at least I'm happy and I can talk about it, you know, as a normal, relatable person. Who understands how life works, maybe a little bit more than anyone else, who has the ability to have nice things, but can't really talk what are they going to do with those nice things, because that's pathetic. You don't actually need all of this. But maybe your future needs it, you know, someone else. Just your entire fucking family if you build one. It's a weird one. It's a weird thing. You can't just rely on your friends to fill an empty space, you know? You can't always trust them. The most motivational thing is, again, you don't have to work your ass off. You can do the thing you want, and it should work out, one way or the other. Everything should work out. It's just it's not guaranteed that this life is for you, basically. But if you get rid of all the bullshit, you'll be able to take advantage of a lot of opportunities, regardless of what you're into. Because you'll be able to see clearly to begin with. Anyways. And no, a house is like, he's trying to be grateful, trying to appreciate the thing that he has desperately, but it feels like there's a twist in the end, right? Maybe there's a twist already. Let me finish the video. Pretty sure it says style. Somehow I know a little bit of Russian. This is I, this is L, this is definitely T. Probably S. But this to be E is kind of weird. Style, boys. I don't know if Russia has style, but we definitely see it right now.
Guys, that is it for the house tour. I hope you enjoyed. We're back on YouTube. New videos every Wednesday. Subscribe, and I'll see y'all next Wednesday. Let's go. Me and Dora about to hang out. Hi! Hi! Yes. Yes. Tell them see you later. Bye, guys. See you next Wednesday.
Let's take it high. Up in the way.
Yeah, that was weird. The dog was not happy to be tossed around like this. But, this kind of tells the whole fucking story about the house as well. It's like, I'm not really happy being owned by Jake Paul right now. But maybe something will change in the future, am I right? So yeah, super villains, boys. I have nice things just to piss you off. Work hard, guys. Because you can't sit on your couch and watch Jake Paul videos, or you're gonna be jealous. Wow. What an interesting world. Anyways, so yeah, that's the world of narcissism. Like you don't want to stay here for too long, but it's definitely an experience. See you guys on episode 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7. Yep. It's gonna last a long time. Bye.